Hey everyone, this is Coach Julio. I believe I am now live, and I wanted to do a quick video um, to share a couple of things. And I first want to start by saying is uh, is that I personally, and you do not have to wait or be dependent on a major corporation or a major leader or major international figure to denounce or put out some type of letter about racism and denouncing it. I say that again. None of us have to wait for our company, for our favorite basketball player, soccer player, um, poet, you know, Hollywood star to give us the okay to denounce or to say that we acknowledge that there's a problem. We don't have to wait. We don't. And what do I mean by that is that if we wait, then nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. Right now, if you're watching this video, and there are billions of people that have access to the internet and smartphone and social media and all that, you have an extremely very powerful tool in your hand. And within that tool is your sphere of influence. Whether you have one follower at your family, you have 10,000 followers, or you just use it for yourself and you just end up watching me just by mistake. You have a tremendous tool that can help say, it's not okay. It's not okay what's happening right now. And within your sphere of influence, if it's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, by you liking something, like what I'm sharing right now, and I'm fully aware that there are many people that I know who not agree, this is a human rights issue, it's not a political thing, who really feel passionate, but they're like, I don't know what to do. I never experienced racism. I'm going to repeat a couple of these things too, and you should want to think about it and be like, wow, that's what I say in my head. If you're saying, I've never experienced racism, so I don't want to say anything that might offend someone, I don't know what to do, I have the best intention, then this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say is to reach out to me, and I will be more than happy to open the dialogue as I'm trying to do now. And by just reaching out or even liking or retweeting what I'm saying is acknowledging that you are part of the solution. And hey, I'm going to flip it. Even if you don't like it, even if you don't acknowledge it publicly, it does not mean that you're not part of the solution. How is that possible? It's possible like this because each and every one of us is in a different stage or process of processing what's happening. Now it's right in front of us that racism, social injustices, social inequity for Black and brown people and all people of color is absolutely true. And me personally, I have a sense of urgency because I can't change my skin color. I have to wear this every day. If I was a different skin color, then my sense of urgency might be a little bit lower. Might be, but it's not. And I use my platform not because I'm a great man or anything. It's just because I've been leaning on some people and I've been asking, I'm thinking about sharing, and it's nothing scripted. And they said, do what you got to do. And I'm doing this knowing that there is some personal safety at hand, some retribution, possibly, things like that. It is possible, but I'm no big guy. I'm not a big public figure, and I'm not saying anything controversial. But I'm doing this because I have what you have in your hand or what you're watching. You have access to social media. So I am fully aware that people who I've talked to, people who own businesses, I'm going to say in health and fitnesses, sports and conditioning, all that. All I'm going to keep posting is about exercises, and I don't like it, or about opening my gym, and I really don't like it if people tell me I'm not using my platform to share or to acknowledge what's happening. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. But I'm going to use my sphere of influence to talk about it because I'm a firm believer that I'm a firm believer that what I'm saying is going to resonate with a person or a few people. And you may start to think about it, and that is what I call planting the seeds. That's what I call planting seeds. I'm just trying to ask of you to think about what's happening right now, why it's happening. And if you're in that place, you're saying, I don't know what to do, I never experienced racism, then guess what? That's okay. I want to open up a dialogue, and you are 100% welcome to send me an email, or we could even talk over the phone and FaceTime. I'm willing to do that. And what's going to happen if you email me, or we talk over the phone or anything like that, or text? I'm just going to ask how you're doing and how is this affecting you. That's it. That's how it begins. To be part of the solution. No, just because I'm brown does not make me an expert on racism. No, but I want to be part of the solution. I know people with my same last name who are not part of the solution. And if you're watching this, it is what it is. But I'm not here to change their mind either. I'm just here to work within my sphere of influence to try to work for the betterment of all of us. And it's not about like what am I going to lose by posting or by talking openly and publicly about this. It has nothing to do about what am I going to lose, like monetarily or followers or nothing. It's more about what am I going to gain? What new people are going to come in my life? Who am I going to connect with? When I go to bed tonight, am I sleeping tonight and I'm feeling, I'm doing everything I can. And for those people and for you guys and ladies and everyone, I feel like I wish I can do more. Just by thinking that, you are on the right path. This is not about shame or guilting anybody, because you might be saying like, oh, they may be saying to you, someone, or you may be saying it to yourself that I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough. What is enough? Like, what is enough? If you want something tangible, maybe that's what you're asking. I want to do something that's tangible and is action-based. Then you can reach out to me, or you can post and say, this is actually going to take like what I'm experiencing right now. I feel vulnerable because I'm being open. So it takes some vulnerability to open yourself and to talk about it. And not everyone feels comfortable enough to do that. So I'm opening it up to anyone within my sphere of influence, that you can reach out to me. And then if someone asks you, what are you doing to try to be a part of the solution, and in a public way, you can be doing it in a private way. You can say you're talking to Coach Julio. And earlier this week, I was fortunate enough to host an open forum, open discussion for the health and fitness profession about racism. And all I did, and this is how I'm going to do my best, all I can do is share what I do. I can't share what big businesses are doing, or this company is doing, or this small business, and no, I can share what I'm doing. So what I did, I reached out and texted to my family, and basically said, if you guys want to talk about this, I'm available. And that felt very uncomfortable. And then I reached out to my network, all my emails and stuff, people within my network, just saying that I'm thinking about opening up, hosting an open forum for the health and fitness profession, and to talk about how we can use our sphere of influence to be part of the solution. And I sent there's a lot of work, and I'll do it again. I'm going to continue to do it. And then I had a couple of people, many people actually, replied. And then the video is on my timeline. If you watch that video, you're going to hear people from different walks of life, being honest. And I'm going to share one thing about what this nice young woman said. She sent me some feedback. And hi, Julio, this was a great experience. Like I said in the video, I grew up in a very small town in a rural experience with diversity has been very limited, and it made it hard for me to feel comfortable asking people of color certain questions about their experiences, because I'm fearful of offending them or sounding ignorant or uninformed. The experience with your forum was great for me. I felt comfortable asking questions and not being judged for my questions or my experiences. While I recognize that everyone comes from different backgrounds and experiences that shape their perspectives, I haven't always felt that others understand the same. But that was not the case with the forum. It certainly allowed me the opportunity to take a step in the right direction and start having these challenging conversations more. And as a leader in the fitness industry, it made me more comfortable to share thoughts and questions in my own sphere of influence. So that's what I'm getting at. And I say in my, I've been saying lately is like what we are and what we want to be. And to take that leap of faith, make that jump. And the analogy is you're on a cliff, and this is what we are, and you want to get to the other side, what we want to be. And in between is like the leap of faith, and it's worth it to make the jump, to either reach out to myself, use me as a resource, to either post a comment, a like, and I'm just trying to bring us together. Yeah, this is very tough. I'm also gonna point out there that so I need to be honest. So to a certain point, this is mentally exhausting, physically taxing. Want to have to provide financially and do all the other daily things, and this COVID, and now the giant elephant in the room, which is now exposed, is very, 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 it's not easy. However, what I want to get at, I was feeling run down and discouraged, and I guess I was coming down on myself. And it wasn't like, what can I've always saying, what can I do? What more can I do? And I reached out. The same way I'm asking you to reach out, I practice what I preach. I reached out to a few individuals who are older than me and younger than me, in different backgrounds, and I shared that I'm just being honest, I feel tired. And they gave me some uplifting things, and they said, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. And I took a nap too. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not going to wait for any major endorsement, which I'm not going to get. I'm not going to wait for a very big public figure. I'm going to keep working within my sphere of influence. I'm going to leave you with this. If each and every one of us work within our sphere of influence, how many people can we really touch or help change? They're not change or help plant seeds, about changing the perspective of people of color like myself. Sorry for that noise. Neighbor is doing some, trying to build something out there. So hopefully you're getting something out of my video. I'm not ranting and raving. I'm not into shaming or guilting anybody of what they're not doing or what they are doing. I am just sharing what I am doing. And I'm inviting you to join me. Last thing, I'm actually going to have another open forum discussion about racism and for the health and fitness professional and healthcare providers. And it's going to go international, believe it or not. I actually had a lot of people respond to that last forum. And if you're interested in joining in my timeline, there is a link. You can DM me. I'm going to be posting about it. And I'm very, very excited for the fact that I'm making new friends. I'm very excited to see that change is happening. And as I said to one of my friends of 10 years, actually 15 years, he was part of one of the marches, which wasn't televised. It was very, very low key. And I said, there's no going back. There is no going back. We're going to keep going forward. We're just going to keep going forward and work within our sphere of influence. So take that leap of jump, and I'll talk to you soon. Namaste.